Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you may be in the world. This is Gift of Healing TV. I am Sara Jane, and I am highly delighted to welcome this evening, because it's evening for us, for this evening's program, Cornelle Sterk. Cornelle, thank you for joining us and for sharing with us, because I think this is going to be a lot of fun.
I'm so happy to be here. Happy to be here. Hello, everybody. Hello. Good evening. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Let me introduce you to Cornelle Sterk first. Cornelle lives her mission very consciously now. At the age of 39, she decided to follow her heart and start living intuitively. A serious illness forced her to do so. After channeling and subsequent conversation with a shaman, she found out that she was very highly sensitive and clear-headed. She let her inner child that was deeply tucked away speak and grow. And we're very definitely into the inner child thing here. We really are. Now she wanted to live her mission, which is to let people be themselves by making problems behind the problems clear and working on a soul level. The emotional field, as she calls the inner child, is the voice of the soul. Her working method is very diverse. The unique client works with her in the way that suits him or her. She feels that what works for each client, happiness for everyone. And this is, what is Happinezz Energy? What is Happinezz Energy Coaching? Cornelle, can you start by just sharing a little? I know we mentioned that 39 sort of, you had things happening. But can you share a little of your story as to how you come to do what you do?
Okay. Yes, of course, I'm very delighted to share my story with a lot of people, because I think in a way we can help each other, listening to each other, what we've been through. And I was, as a young child, I was different. And I was a wild child, and I did everything what nobody was daring to do. I had a lot of accidents, little accidents. I broke legs, I broke arms, and nobody could stop me. But because of I felt so much, I thought that everybody was feeling each other and saw things and saw pictures. And for me, that was normal. Then on my 11th, I had a bad accident on my bike, and I came in the hospital, and they said, she's not very okay. She says things that's not really true. But for me, it was normal to spoke about things I saw, I felt, and I gave it back to the people. For instance, to my mother, I said, tomorrow my granny is coming. And she said, no, she's in the hospital. I said, no, she's coming. And then my mother thought, no, she's not coming. Please, Cornelle, act normal. And I thought it was normal. So Nanny came, and my grandmother was in front of the front door, of course. I was right. So then I thought maybe because they say I'm crazy, just let it go. And I turned my life 180 degrees around. I was going to study. I was getting married. Because I was only living on the outside, modeling for a long time in Germany, in France, and in Italy. And then the 39, I get very sick. I had the cancer, and then my specialist, they told me, or there were two, it's not going well with you. So you must tell your children, maybe when you have an operation, you are not coming out, maybe. So for me, I was in shock. During that operation, I think I made a choice. I didn't see light or things like that kind of stuff other people see, but I came out of my narcos, and then I thought, now I do it my way. So then I go back to school, to university, I studied, and deeper, I studied the DNA, the psychology, mineral therapy. I worked on myself. So everything what I do with other people, I also went through myself. Otherwise, for my feeling, I cannot guide other persons. So, and that is how I invited and the Happinezz Energy Coach. So that's a little bit of my story. I think I already talked with Sara Jane. Maybe I must write a book. So otherwise I have 5 or 6 hours. So let's go over to Jane. Hi, Jane.
Oh, thank you for sharing that. We did have a slight blip with the technology in that, so I hope everybody heard everything that was being said there. And if anybody's got any questions, please feel free to ask any comments, because I can see that we've definitely got people here sort of watching this, so it'd be lovely to hear from you as well. So, happiness energy.
Yes.
What is it for you? What is it?
For me, it is, you can say it's, for me, it is a way of living. It is not that you must feel happy. It is not only about the feeling. Then I say happy. That is a feeling. I feel happy. I feel sad. I feel whatever you will name it. No, for me, happiness is really a way of living. Looking positive. And then I say to people when they ask me, what is real happiness? And then I said, with my feet on the ground, my head above the clouds, but also living from the heart. And I think that you can describe as living in happiness, because you can create it yourself. I always tell people, you can choose to live in happiness, being happy, but also being not happy, because that's also okay not to feel happy. I'm not happy every hour of a day, of course not. But the happiness, that is my path from soul and my inner child. And that is what I'm walking. So that for me is happiness.
And it's good to be happy.
Yes.
And it is about that feeling of happiness, isn't it? But as you said, it doesn't have to always be happiness. You know, just being comfortable with your day, with how you are feeling about yourself. And I think that's the important bit, isn't it? It is your feelings towards yourself, your energies, acceptance of yourself, loving yourself, caring about yourself, that you do.
Yeah, but I think it's going, the step before the feeling okay has for me a lot of, there are a lot of influences by thinking, you know. So I can think, oh, it's a good day, and something is hitting me, and then, oh no, it's not a good day. But that is what I explore in daytime. What is coming to me is not feeling good for me, but it is how I think about it. That's my feeling, and my emotions are following. So that's also the inner child, what we talked about before. It is our emotional field, and what we see and feel and smell, or what we think, or what we do, behavior, the thinking, everything is going to that part. So that is what we are doing and thinking is so important. And then I say, what is your belief? What did they learn you, the parents, and maybe your sister, the people who you have sport with? So everybody is important to you, to me, to everyone, because they are our fencer, our glass, our mirror. We look in and then we see ourselves. But then I say, put off your glasses, because then you really can see yourself. And then you can start the thinking, and then what is my feeling doing around it? So I think, it's a line.
And it's what we experience as a child is what we witness.
Yes.
Our learning can be more from what we witness other people doing and thinking that's okay, thinking that's normal, because you were talking about obviously what was normal for you.
Yeah,
I've heard this, and I've actually said this. Well, what is normal anyway? Because for normal for each and every one of us is something different.
Of course.
And it really is. So then the feeling that we get, if something happens, if we've had that something similar happen before, and we've reacted in a particular way, we react in the same way. It becomes like a learned behavior.
That's definitely true. Yeah.
And then it's a matter of catching ourselves and thinking, well, did the outcome work last time to the way we'd like it to? Therefore, change it.
And that's the start of being aware, the awareness. So when you all the time are not happy what the coming out is, then when you get more and more aware, you look from what can I do that it is changing, that I think and feel different about the goal. And then I said, suppose you take another goal, not living in pain, not suffering, because we are not here to suffer, we are here to learn to be happy and living in happiness. It's a little bit like Buddha told us, you know. So there are things you can do and there are things you can't. But because everybody is unique, everybody can choose his own path. So when you have a goal and you reached it and you think, oh no, what have I done? Don't suffer, but be aware and take all the power you have to choose another goal. And then step by step towards your new goal, you feel yourself growing inside out stronger and stronger. And that's also when you're so sensitive, you feel that other people are thinking of you, I had it so many times. And then I tell people, when you are changing and the people around you don't like you anymore, then you're on your own path. Because they don't know that you can have your own path. So, yeah, changing is not that only behavior you change or your thinking, but it is just also when we're setting our goals differently. And that is be aware.
I think it's also important to realize that there is nothing that we do that is wasted.
No, not at all. No.
Because I've done quite a few different jobs, as I'm sure an awful lot of other people have.
Of course, yeah.
And I don't look at it and think, oh, if I had known about this X years ago, I wouldn't have been in the right place X years ago.
No.
The roles that I've had, the jobs that I've done, you know, newspaper rounds, cleaning hotels for my parents and waitressing and working in pubs and you know, sort of retail and all the different things, management, all the different things that I've done.
Yes.
They have helped me to grow. And they have given me experiences that support me with what I do. The same with your life, the same with so many people's lives.
Yes, of course. And that's the only way to make a life. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Is don't look at your life and think, oh, that was a waste. I wish I hadn't done that. It's just like, be grateful for it because there will be something there that will benefit you when you are ready for your path.
Yeah, and I think some people are ready for it, also not be aware of being ready for it. And then they get a disease because they're holding on, they're holding in, and they keep fighting against themselves. They must say, I must be strong, and this is what I have to do in life. And then I laugh a little bit with them. Suppose you do something different. Suppose you just try something different and you don't have to suffer. Is it a choice you make? Is it something you like? Or is it something what's meant to be? I let people choose. I'm not cannot choose for other people. So everything is worth it. Whatever you do, whatever step you make, you cannot make mistakes. You can make steps, learning from it. Don't fit you, don't make you happy, don't feel good, then change. And don't think the mortgage, my car, my marriage, my children, what is meant to be is meant to be. So feel more.
And allow yourself to be a lack of judgment of self, because that helps to bring in the happiness.
I think judgment, it's a word I don't like, because then you will say, that's wrong, you must be something, you must do something else. It's not a judgment. I think that when I feel some people, when I coach people, I really feel them, and I can give them some tips. Look at this from a different angle. So when you look at something in the direct way and it's painful, because behind it there's a sun in your eyes and it's burning, or there's a fire and you're too close, a step behind, or you go a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, and then you see your path. It's not hurting anymore. So I really feel that we are here not to suffer, but we are here to learn to be human and not to be a copy of something else. Nobody wants, nobody. And there's also nobody to blame. Some people, when I coach them or I go with them on a retreat, and then I go to Italy a few times a year, and they say, yeah, but my mother, she was like this, or my father. And I said, who is to blame? Because your father learned the things from his parents, and their parents learned it from their parents. So when something is coming to us, it's maybe from an attitude or a norm or a value of 1950, no, 1600 maybe. That's why I studied also DNA. Where can we put the little angle on your DNA, take it away, and then the DNA can just give you the solutions already by voice or creativity or just meditation or energy work. And that works. Strange, but it works.
And
Yeah.
it is about realizing that we can unlearn what we've learned.
Yeah, definitely.
If it doesn't fit for us, if it doesn't feel right for us, you know, and I'm sure there are loads of people out there who've done it, but I know I have. I hated working in insurance, and I just suddenly said, not going to do it anymore.
Voilà.
And that was with mortgage still to pay, you know, great, it was only me looking after me, but then that was only me looking after me.
Yeah.
And I know what I'd like to do, and that's what I'm going to go and do. And and it's trusting yourself and taking the courage to say, it doesn't matter what other people think. This is what makes me feel happy. This is what fulfills me. This is what gives me the feeling of contentment, whatever terms, whatever words you wish to use.
Yeah. And there are also moments in my life, because I directly connect, of course, with what you're telling me now, because it's a little bit, it sounds jokey and a little bit jelly, but there were moments in my life that I thought, I don't know what to do. What can I do? I'm not good in this, I'm not good in that, I'm not good, and so on. So I just started something, I just tried something, and then I think, no, not this, what then? Okay, so there was it's a journey, you know, and you comes to a point that your talent is something coming out and telling me, hello, that's where you're good at. But then you think, no, because they told me you cannot do that. You're not intelligent enough. No, you can. You are ADHD. Okay, so all the stickers on my forehead told me that I was not good enough. And then there was a moment I thought, okay, when I'm not good enough, I can do something what I'm not good enough in. And I talk, I sing. So by singing during my TCC, that's an NLP part for transpersonal coaching, what I did, to study for 2 years, they say to me, you must sing more. So I went singing, because my throat must be open to be aware. In here, it was okay. In here, perfect, but it was not coming out. So yeah, so sing, they say. And I was going to sing. I had lessons, jazz, because I was a little bit older then, 40. Okay. In that moment, I thought, I'm too old to learn singing. I was singing. And also, when you now look into the chakras, when I work with chakras, the blue part, the blue chakra in the throat, has also everything to do with being assertive. Let the people know what you're feeling. Not only what you're thinking, but also what you're feeling. And then you can grow. And then the talent is growing, and like a little plant. You give it a little bit water, love and everything. And then maybe one person said, oh, that's nice. And then you, oh, yeah, it's working. So then people come on your path, they cross it or walk along, and they are guiding you. So everybody has a teacher. I'm always saying I'm a teacher for you, but I'm also your student. Always, because we learn from each other. Yeah. And then we can say, maybe I'm now on the right path. Sometimes still I fall off a little bit, but then, no. That's my goal. There I must go. So yeah, life is a journey, and it's fun in a way.
And I think it's about making it the fun, isn't it? Yes, I think I see life as being a roller coaster with all its ups and downs.
Yeah, like yeah.
But the downs can actually be
Yeah.
the greatest gift that I believe we actually give ourselves, because they can be the wake-up call that says it is time to be true to you. I've had that. Many people have had that. You had it. You know, the wake-up call can be as hard or as easy as you choose to make it.
Yeah, I think it's very good. So when you see how the whole pattern is working, is when you have, it's the holistic explanation. If I have time, I can explain that. So when my soul wants something to do with my submission, that's what I'm doing here, then my emotional body takes over and let me feel okay. But when I'm not on my path, the emotions are not connecting anymore. So when the emotions are not connecting, also my thoughts are not connecting anymore. So my behavior is also out of line, and my emotional body is in pain. Maybe I get a little bit depressive, or my self-esteem is low, and then my body shows all the illnesses. So when you have pain in your stomach, when people come to me, they have stomach pain, they have all kinds of diseases around the stomach. They're not assertive enough. They don't speak their language. When you have pain in your head, for instance, then we can give you some things that you do the massage and everything, but this has to do with the liver, because your anger is not going out, and your anger is in your head because you think not good enough. So everything is connected. So when you see something and there is something on your path and you get a disease, also with me it was the same, and you think, okay, do I have the choice to say goodbye world, I'm going to die, or is it from maybe I can do different? It's a stupid way to be awakened, of course. There are many, sometimes people are so ignorant, like me in the beginning, from no, but in the end you get sick, and what's the clue? To learn. So then I say, oh, thank you. But I say it now. At that moment, I didn't say thank you to my disease. None, of course. I was angry. But why me? And I have children, and I just bought a house. And then, when I say in Italian, piano, it will come slowly. So yeah, everything is working. Everything.
Oh, my wake-up call, there was no way I was saying thank you at the time. 6 months of pain and sleepless nights following a broken jaw. There's no way I was saying thank you.
No.
But it's being able to look back and that saying, I wouldn't change a single thing that has happened in my life.
No.
Because
sometimes for me, I'm a little bit, was too painful. Then I think, why happened that? I was blind, I didn't see it. Why didn't I see it? Then I tell people, no, and I go to another part. But there are moments I thought, oh, when I'm older, I'm not telling that to my grandchildren, because that's not, it has no use, I think.
But it's also about honesty with self, isn't it?
Yeah.
And being true to self.
Yeah.
And it's listening to heart, and encouraging your mind to work with it.
Yes. Definitely.
How many times do we have that? Oh, I'd love to do that. And before you can even finish that thought, your mind's all the reasons why you shouldn't.
That's true. Yeah. Because you're ashamed. So also when I'm in a child coaching, there is a moment, and that the inner child will give us some things to do. And I said then to my clients, just do it. Even when you think, I cannot do it, I'm an adult woman, I'm an adult man, do it. Because then the inner child gets more attitude, more self-esteem. And then you get more in balance. So then you listen more, because you know what they tell you inside. So just do crazy things. Even when you're not working with your inner child, I will give all the viewers some tips. Get a little bit crazy sometimes, not too serious. Because the seriousness is here. Go down and just enjoy. Dance, sing, Do something in nature. Even now in those times with Corona. Because that's very difficult to be happy for a lot of people. There's a lot of pain and a lot of fear. And a lot of people are just closing themselves. And I think it is the time, just keep yourself open, be aware, so be gentle to yourself, and not too much fear, because then you're not killing, but then you're closing your inner child, not to being able to go out and to live. I heard that from a lot of people from, yeah, but suppose I'm going to die. Suppose I'm going to get ill. Of course, there is a chance you get ill or you're going to die. But I think, for me, that's my belief, and I will share it with love, with some positivity in the Corona situation. So when you are in balance and you've been able to live your life, it's not only the nice food or the vitamins or sleep enough or drink enough water. It's also, don't think about fear. Don't think. Of course, you must be aware that when you go out, you take the things you need to do. I also go out with a mask, and I also prefer to go on bike to clients, not in the subway. But let us be aware. And what is going to happen if we are going to be in that being alone and only have our fears, then maybe the governments are going to do something, and maybe they're going to build the same things to put the people in who don't have the injections, whatever is going to happen. So they really, really make us live in fear so they can have control again. So please spread some more positivity and more love. So I could not let that go to say, sorry.
But I think the more we connect with the inner child, because the child isn't affected by anything like that.
No, nothing. No.
The child has no fear. You know, sort of when I go out for my daily walks, and the kids, they're just running around. They're not thinking about distancing. They're not, you know, and don't want to really go into that side of things. But the child has fun. The child knows how to be happy, how to laugh.
Yes.
And has so little fear. The fear is learnt.
Mm-hmm.
Fear isn't something we are born with.
No, definitely not. No. No, and I can also say that when you look at the inner child as a vision, just take a picture of yourself when you were a little child, and then look at that picture. That child was maybe not afraid, and also learning to be an adult in this life, in our physical body. How did we do it as a child? When we go to learn on a bike, it was not that we knew it in one time. We fall down, we put up, we fall down again. And that is how also working with the inner child yourself, it's the same situation. So it will lead us in a way, because soul-wise, the soul is laughing from, just do it. And the fear makes our energy body going very, very hard. And it is when all your muscles, the tense in your body is very heavy. And when you fall down, you break something. But when you just like, everything is okay, no, most of the time you don't fall. But when you fall, the injuries are less. So maybe look a little bit different to yourself. You can do much, much more. And that's the happiness factor. You are going to live in happiness with all the things in it. It's like a good dinner. Everything is there. And in the end, you said, it was worth it. Some things were not so nice, but in the end, I did it. So, good.
And when children fall, they're relaxed, because they, at that point in time, initially, they haven't learned that there can actually be pain attached to it.
No, definitely not. No.
It's only when the pain starts to become attached to it. But then, okay, what did our mothers do when we were youngsters and we fell over and grazed a knee?
Yes.
You know, they'd be there with the hug, the cuddle, and they'd kiss it better.
Definitely.
And at the end of the day, it wasn't anything really to do about the graze on the knee. It was about that hug, that cuddle, and that caring. It was about the happiness that we felt.
That's true, because it's a happiness. So when a mother comes to her child and the knee is open or there is a scratch on the forehead, and she in love for that child. She gives a hug, she gives a kiss. Her energy is higher than the pain level in fear of the child. So what is happening? She gives a kiss and she is lifting up his or her energy. And that is also energy coaching about. So when you lift up another person with energy and with a technique that a lot of people are not aware of that they have it, because it is just a way of living. So you can help each other then, lifting up the other person. Because when you feel good and other people come to you and they say, oh, that was a nice conversation, you helped me. And then maybe you think, but I didn't do anything. Yes, you were positive. You were in love. You are in love and you like the person you have your coffee or your lunch with. So that's important.
It's important to be true to you, to hold energy for self. And when you're sharing that and you're supporting other people to feel that for themselves, and all we're doing is offering people thoughts, suggestions, energy for them to do it for themselves. At the end of the day, nobody can do it for us. You and I haven't got to where we are because other people have put us here.
Yeah.
Got here because we've been supported by others to help us to get us to where we are, to feel that happiness, to feel that energy.
Yeah.
And the really good energy is about happiness and feeling loved, and that's loved by ourselves.
Yes, because the self-love is the most important thing. But we learned, a lot of people, when they're younger, that first you must think of other people, and then you can think of yourself. But the self-love can do more good, because then you are aware of doing good for other people. So that's also, it is not some kind of egoism that you are, let's grow your self-love. I think it is the basis of being who you really are, to share, not to give. I'm not forgiving. I'm also saying to everyone, you must share, not must, but share the things you have. Share your knowledge, share your love. When people are very high sensitive, they think they need to do everything for other people, because then they be liked, then they be loved, then they be seen. But in the end, I said, when you make a big cup of soup, you go outside, you give everybody the soup, you go in, and there's nothing left over. That's not how it works. That's not being very nice to other people. No, that is being very asocial for yourself and also for other people. You cannot go again to feed them. So share everything. That's much better.
And make sure you include yourself.
Of course. Sharing is giving a part away, and and also a part for yourself. Otherwise, it's giving away. And in this world, you must give so much before you get something in return. It is ridiculous. But when we go to the fifth dimension, and the vibration on Earth is getting a little bit higher, and a lot of people are aware of it. Also, people, when they have some things with the moon, other people have something that they feel tired. It has everything to do with the energy that is a little bit lifting up. And I think that how more we share, how more you'll be able to go also up with that energy, because Mother Earth is sharing with us. So when we have some things that is not working for us, and it is like, oh, no, I don't like it, just look at your breath. So when you're going to do the breathing properly, and you just be aware of breathing it out into the earth, it goes into the Mother Earth, she's burning it. That is also giving her more life. So people tell me, yeah, but when I give the problems and all the dirt and all the negativity to Mother Earth, she is dying. I said, no, it's like the Mayas told us, she is expensing, she's burning it inside so she sees it as food. And then the positive energy is going into the universe, we can take it in again, and then we are part of the whole situation. And I think that's better than have some poisoned vegetable garden. Maybe some people like that, but no, be so nice to yourself, be nice to other people, and also to Earth. that is also our mother. So be aware, and that's also happiness. So I write happiness, maybe some people of you already notice it, with double Z. Yes, I have dyslexia, and yes, because my thinking is going most of the time faster than my writing, so I make a lot of mistakes. But the double Z means that I be not in sleep anymore, but I'm awake. So put just for a week a double Z behind your name and see what people tell you when you're on the social media or you are in family or whatever, even in those times. That is fun. And you can explain, I'm awake. It's my Z is over. So just a little joke.
I'll have to make it double ZARA, won't I? That's
Yeah, perfect. And then I ask you, Jane, Sara, Sam, what is with you? Oh, yeah, okay.
But this is it. It's just people being aware that it's not just okay to love yourself. It is not just okay to like yourself, to be happy with yourself,
Yes.
to be happy with what you do.
Yeah.
Because when you have that energy,
Mm-hmm.
you can bring so much more out to others.
Yeah,
You are sharing from a full cup rather than just giving away all your energy, and that energy actually isn't supporting others.
No.
It's not the right energy to support others.
No, that's true, because when you look at people, or I'm looking at myself, at first I need to trust myself a little bit. Then I can respect myself more and more. And then in a way, then the self-love is coming, because I cannot do something with my inner self when I don't have trust. So when I cannot trust myself, how can I trust other people? And when I'm not respecting myself, how can I respect other people? And respect other people, it's also in this moment, in this era, how to speak, it's so difficult, because everybody has his own opinion. But in a way, we must listen to a few people. But because of a lot of people already are being awake, or they start to be awake, they're confused, because they say, yeah, but you tell us we must respect people. But what they tell us, it's not true, or it's not fair. That is how you must respect their opinion, not let it in, but respect yourself enough to listen to them, because they also have a meaning in life. They also are on a mission. So you cannot say I'm respect only by judging. No, it is respect people even when they are, in my point of view, insane, or they're crazy, or they're whatever you can name. Their politics, beliefs, the wars. Of course, I want also that there's peace on earth. But it's not how it works, because when we don't respect other people, there still be wars, there still be fight, there still will be a lot of divorces, and still they are hurting children and animals and nature, because we said you cannot do that. No, just share knowledge with people. Why it is maybe better to look different to situations. That is respect for me, and that is happiness, because then people are never aware of the fact that I judge them. Who says that I'm right? Because I'm Cornelle? I don't know. I learned that on a hard way. That's in my book.
But I think it's really important to realize that, and I say this, I have my beliefs and I'm not going into them. And I am very happy that other people have their own, whatever that is, whether it's religion, politics, whatever it is.
True.
Everybody is entitled to their own. Yes, listening to other people is really important. It doesn't mean you have to like what they say.
No.
And you hope they will respect you enough if you are asked to share what you wish to share, that they will listen. It doesn't mean they have to take it on board.
No.
But it's also important to listen, because somebody can come up with something and you think, oh, that's another way of looking at things.
Of course.
And being open-minded enough,
Yeah.
it's maybe they've got a point.
Yes.
However, I wish to stick to what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Or, oh, maybe this is something I should explore. When you open up, you actually open yourself up from restrictions and allowing actually more happiness in.
Yeah, that's a very nice, very nice way to explain it also. And that's also when I work with energy, that when you work with the energy level that's as high as possible, then you are doing the same as the mother with her child was falling. Exactly the same. And I'm very delighted also that I have the talent to see things clear, because it is also has to do with my high sensitive situation, who I am as a person, that I hear the things and I see the things. And then because of feeling people, I can do it with now just with you face to face here in my cabinet, or it's on a distance. And also people think, but how is that possible? It's because you work in love. You work from a level that is so high in vibration that everything is possible in a positive way. So even when I see little movies coming forward to my system, I don't know if it's here, but because most of the time I work with my eyes closed when I work, and you see naughty things, and sometimes you must tell people what you saw, and the other time you only have to send them love to that part who don't tell it, because it's not going to open. So you are connected with each other, and you cannot hurt other people when you work with energy. You cannot hurt them, because I'm not allowed to hurt people. I'm not allowed to judge people. I'm only using my talent with energy, so that when the thinking is negative and we talk, also in my words are energy. The same as in your words at this moment. So when you're explaining something, there are some viewers, they think, it's like she's talking to me. Because then you are we connect with everyone. And I also call it, it is the way of speaking like a reverend or a minister in the church. You sit there, and in my childhood, I sat many times in church because I have a very, very Christian education, my childhood, and I'm very grateful for it. And then I was sitting there, and I was a little girl with my sister, my father, and my mother, and I was thinking, he's talking to me, because it touched my heart. And of course, because that man, he was talking from the love and from his heart. So that is what we can do in energy work also, by touching, by speaking, by explanation, doing things. And I think that is the deepest love you can share, is the love in the vibration of energy. Don't say anything. Look at each other and just send love. Just try it. And when I have a class of students, I give them the opportunity to feel that. So then we go out on the street, and I say to them, every person we met now, you give a smile, and you think the smile is coming from my heart. So when we came into the classroom again, then all the people were so happy, because you lift up the situation. With a group of 20 people, you go in the city, big city, and you just lift up the energy. People were walking more like this, and they were smiling to us, even children. It's how it works. It is nothing hocus pocus. When people say holistic, I work holistic. Oh no, that is it is what we do all day long. It's so easy to do it also. No?
Yeah, I remember seeing something about sort of a smile being contagious. Let's go out and create an epidemic or something. Sort of, and it just made me smile just seeing that. And that was a long time ago. I saw that way before what's going on in our world at the moment. But yes, it's that smile. It's just sharing that. I love it. Going for a walk in the countryside, way more than ever in a town, because obviously if you're walking in the countryside, it doesn't matter what country you're doing it in either.
No.
And people will always say hello to each other if they cross each other on a country road, country path, whatever. Out in the mountains in Switzerland years ago, it was people would always say hi to everybody. It doesn't matter what country you're in. visiting, it was always that good morning or hello or whatever. And I love it when you are out in the countryside, people seem to be more friendly than they do when you're in a town or a city, and open to that energy of happiness.
Yeah, but I also realized that is also more possible because you have more nature. When you're in the city, there are so many factories, there are shops, more people, also people who have no income, diseases, people from abroad. I talk to people from Syria, they are everywhere. Of course, that energy brings it a little bit lower. So I always say, when you're in the city, you must work harder to smile than when you're in the countryside. Of course, that's not true, because there you have more nature, and also our trees and everything needs our smile and our love and thank. But it's true. In the countryside, when I go to Italy to my retreats, then we go to Umbria, and you have there the hills. And when I go to Lariat, it's beautiful there. So you have so hard the things you must work so hard on pain, or people when they go one by one. But nature there is like, it's like fresh air. It's like the blanket, the warmth. Everything is working together there, because I don't know if you're already aware of course you are, Franciscus van Assisi. So he's also in that area. And then I go to Assisi, and then when I go there with the people one day, and with a guide, she knows everything, by the way, not, I feel it, but she can talk about it, Italian. There is peace. People go there and they come out, not only my group, but also other people, like, and they're walking, many people. There are bus groups from China, Japan, Germany, England. Also, I see them from the south of Africa. I see people, they're all in that energy. That's amazing. So yes, nature is perfect. Big city for me is also, okay, it's perfect. Not always, because I prefer nature. I prefer to choose. Sometimes in nature, sometimes I go to the city. So yeah, sharing your energy, be aware of that you are uploaded yourself in a way, how to speak, to the positivity. Then you can already tell yourself, I live in happiness, because you are sharing from what is already growing inside you, and it feels just in balance, stronger.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. We're going to have to draw this to a close.
Oh, already. Oh, I have so much to tell.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
Obviously, what I was going to say was because we are, we're just over the 3/4 of an hour, so that's fine. But it's been great. It really has. But is there anything that we haven't touched on that you really feel you would like to share before we come to a close?
I only want to thank everybody who is looking. I'm really delighted that you're here all that time. And I will share with you also that it is for me very hard to do social media, because I'm more into people and people. But thank you for being here, and hope to see you soon. Thank you. And also you for inviting me.
It has been a real pleasure, and thank you for sharing. And it's just the energy that we bring to our lives, and it is our choice which energy we bring. And I hope that with the conversation that we've just had, that it will help people to bring more of that happiness into their own lives.
Yeah,
understand.
I hope so for them, So it is an explanation from how you can deal with things in yourself, and you don't need to go to a coach all the time, but take little time for yourself, and you just do your hands like this, and you put one on your heart and one on your head, and just give yourself love. So that's already a start.
What a beautiful tip. Thank you very much indeed.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And under the actual video, once it's up on YouTube, I will make sure that Cornelle's website address is under the video. It is already on the website, on Gift Healing TV website under About Us. So please do look at connecting with Cornelle, learning more about what she does, what she brings, because this has been lovely, and it is about us all helping ourselves, and we're just here to support people to do that. And thank you, folks, for the comments you got. Thank you. Just the talk I needed. ZZ, I love that.
Okay.
Thank you, Sandy. So you're going to be spelling your name, are you? ZZANDY for a while, Sandy.
And the Z, don't forget the Z's.
Yes, don't forget the Z's. Sort of Yoko and Els as well. Thank you for your comments, but very much appreciated. Next week, I am being joined by Dr. Wayne Phimister, and he is going to be talking about healing chronic pain. So I hope that you will join us for that. But again, thank you, Cornelle, for joining us this evening. I forgot to mention before we came on air, the minute we both go, I close this off and we finish the program, we're both going to be shut out the room.
Okay.
So I won't be.
That's how it works. That's how it works with techniques. Yeah. But you're in my heart. So.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm sure we'll connect tomorrow, and I'll send you the video tomorrow. Folks, thank you for persevering, because I know that the some of the technology this evening hasn't been perfect, because I think probably down to the weather as much as anything. It's been really, really hot where Cornelle is, and it's been really, really hot here in the UK. So thank you for persevering. If you've got any questions for her, anything, please, please, please do contact her. It is really important that you do, because we're here to share.
Yes, and they also can, when they want to know something more about energy, they go to my website, and you can just order your free ebook about energy and also explanation and tips. So in between, I want to let you know that, okay?
That's brilliant. What I'm just about to do, for those who are still there live, there's the website address. So please do grab that if you want to. As I said, I'll put it under the video.
Okay.
Thank you so very much. People, take care, be safe, stay well, enjoy the rest of your week. Love, peace, and light to you all. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.